I've been asked time and again to go and give my thoughts and feelings and opinions on the whole net neutrality thing that's been going on right now, but I was kind of waiting for a breaking point. We're at the breaking point right now, so we're just gonna dive right into this. Right now, I want you to take all the information that you will obtain from this video right here. Share it wherever you can. All the links in the description, share those. Everything, share this. If you want to re-upload this video, I don't fucking care. Re-upload it wherever the fuck you want. If you want to share the video, fine. Whatever. I don't care. I just want the message to be loud and to be clear. In the description right now, there is going to be a link. And it actually is going to have a guideline in case you need help filling out this form, considering the fact that it might be kind of hard to understand just by looking at it plain as it is. But this form is so that you can go and tell the FCC directly, because it's a public forum right now, currently. So that's why you had to jump on it right now. You can tell them directly why you are against them trying to go against net neutrality and to go and basically mess up the entire internet for the United States. Now, if you think that this isn't a big deal and you don't know anything about it, allow me to go and explain a little bit. Right now, they are currently in the midst of trying to figure out whether or not, which we already know what road they want to go down. They're debating over if they want to change it so that internet service providers across the entire United States will be able to start charging you individually to go onto things like YouTube and to go and play your games and to go onto individual websites and to use something like Netflix. I'm talking something similar to like a bullshit cable package. You know how you can go and get all the sports channels for extra, or you can get HBO for extra? Well, they want you to pay your internet bill, and then they want you to pay on top of that for all the individual things that you go onto. What's worse about this is this then, say, public internet that's free, available to you. You know, it's free Wi-Fi. Well, that probably won't be free anymore if they're going to be paying out the ass for something like this. So that'll go and abolish the idea of something like that, because it's going to be costing them too fucking much to be able to go and do this. So this puts a lot of things at risk, a ton of things at risk. And the thing is, if you don't feel like acting on it, and when shit actually hits the fan, you pretty much shot your fucking privilege to go and have any complaints right in the fucking ass. You may think that it's not a big deal, but it will be a big deal. I promise you that it will be. I was waiting until we got to this fucking point, because I just wanted to go and see if they actually had the fucking gall to vote this in. And the vote now is in a public forum. That means all of us can voice our concerns. Please do your very best to word this in the most professional manner. Do not go in there saying, fuck you and fuck the government and fuck Obama and fuck everything about... No. No. Be completely blunt, to the point, concise, and honest about everything, and sound as professional and proper as you possibly can with this. I know I shouldn't have to explain it, but some people might just be really pissed off and type it all in because they really want to just ground and pound the living hell out of it. And for anybody that's watching this, might be like, well, I live in Canada, so how could I just do it anyway? Fuck it. The fact that somebody from Canada would be voicing concerns over something that the U.S. government is doing should say volumes. If you are in Europe, if you're in England, and you want to, by all means. Like I said, everything is going to be in the description field. I know that it won't be affecting anybody in a lot of those areas, but if you felt like you wanted to, then by all means, do such. Everything is there, and it's a shame that it's actually come to this, that their greed has gotten so ridiculous. And their reasoning, their logic behind this, the bullshit excuse that they're trying to go and say is that this will be able to allot them the ability to make your internet access so much better for these individual sites that you're paying more money for. You're suddenly just going to get faster internet. What? It's so fucking depressing that this is what's happening. That we have to fight for something that we shouldn't have to fight for. And it's all about just money. All they want is more money. And the thing is, all these big websites, like Netflix doesn't want this to happen, Amazon.com doesn't want this to happen, YouTube doesn't want this to happen. Like, none of these things want this to happen. All the console manufacturers and things like Steam, they don't want this shit to happen. You want to know why? Because this is going to make it harder for them to continue their business. Because people are already paying out the ass for their internet. Right? So now they want even more money. And where's this money going to? It's just greed. That's all it is. It's just greed. So, please do your very best to fill that out and to send it directly to them. If you want to talk to anybody in office for the individual states that you live in, you should also go type it up into Google and pull that up as well. If you want to write them directly and even send them this information, all about this, of what's going on. Because again, it affects you. Anybody who has internet, whether you're doing it on a smartphone, whether you're doing it on your computer, whether you're doing it through your console, anything, it doesn't matter. Everybody uses the internet for the most part. So that means that this is something everybody should take an interest in. Even if you aren't interested in my channel whatsoever and you stumbled across this video, I don't care. You don't have to hit subscribe. You don't have to hit like. You don't even have to like me. But you should give a shit about this information. That's all I give a fuck about right now. Because I don't want to go and live in a day and age where I'm having to go and pay $60 for my internet bill. Oh, an extra $10 because I use Netflix on top of my already paid Netflix bill, so I have to go and pay more for that. Oh, I go onto Amazon and eBay, well, that's an extra $5 for that. Oh, I go onto YouTube, obviously, it's where the fuck this is posted, so that's another $10 on top of it. Oh, you actually go online and game, well, that's another $15. Like, what the fuck? If we were all made of money, this wouldn't really be a problem. It'd still be bullshit, but it wouldn't be nearly as much of a problem. But we're not living in a fucking city that's got golden skyscrapers and things like that. I don't want to be walked all over and then be robbed at the same time by the government that's supposed to serve me. And that's how all of you should feel. You have the right to go and do this. You all have a voice. You all have an opinion. And this is something that should concern all of you. So actually hop to it. And it's only going to take a couple minutes of your time. If you don't have 5 fucking minutes for this, then I don't even know what to fucking tell you. Like, I really don't. You do this shit on a lunch break. You could do this right before you go to bed. The time that you were going to take to masturbate, why don't you go and do this real quick? And then pop one out real quick. Doesn't fucking matter. Just get the shit done. Anyway, this is Alpha Omega Sin. Fight for your right for the fucking internet because it's the thing that you need to be doing.